defense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll throw it on first down. This one's complete. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Looking to go up top on first down. That's reeled in. It's Loveland. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line. Snap in the shotgun. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown! He just took it the entire length of the field, end-to-end, coast-to-coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, take a no, yes. Over 100 yards to the kick. Nice job taking that end zone and making a huge play.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He'll try to do it himself. Still putting up the 40. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, and keep this drive rolling.
Going up top on first down. He's going to run it. Finishes the run with the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Orji. Gets it out fast. On the move at the 30. Touchdown, Wolverines! What a grab and go for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. before quarter's end. The hand to the running back. Crosses the 30, he's going. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll give it to him again. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama built its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
They'll give it to the back. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line to pick up a 1.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Takes the handoff, and he's going right. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry.
Maybe run that on second down, knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's first and 10. Motion from the offense. They're getting this guy lathered up. They pick up half of it. It'll be second and 5.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest and pound that rock.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. On the move, it's Hill. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Catch in the middle, it's Green. And he cruises his way to the touchdown, Crimson Tide.
The passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trail a little bit in the first half, staying calm. This passing game can continue to heat up. Look out in the second half.
All tied up, just about set to kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Man, I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Now, that was a blitz from the middle linebacker. That's what the offensive line should have picked up. Regardless of what the pass protection was, sliding when base man
game. They scored a touchdown. They've got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
A run for the quarterback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls it in.
That's exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution to drive by that offense.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. Now they face third down. Quarterback checking off. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Complete to the left. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Finds his tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Looking to pass. It's Orji. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Using the quick game. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Quarterback checking the play. He wants to throw. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
It's good.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And the Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and they got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Back to throw, it's Milroe. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown time. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and get the guy in stride so he can get one after the catch. Get the end zone. Nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking for a deep man. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Looking for a crease to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The give to the tailback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let him do the rest, right? Flip it to him. Let him get outside. Let him run the football and make a big gain. When you got speed at the running back spot, you definitely want to toss it to him and get him on the perimeter.
Off play action on first down. Might be looking to run. He'll pull it down and run. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the point. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. They'll put the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Trying to get the edge on the right. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. From inside the 15, here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The give to the back. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
Red 18. Red 18.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
This is a big pressure move for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Third down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire caused a wreck that had to be a blown assignment. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Back to pass, it's Orji. Moving out of the pocket. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nor the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up the big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now.
Well, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback.
receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Gotta have it here on fourth down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they would throw the football fourth down. Great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
All right, let's
After
get it.
picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
Black 14. Black 4 chip.
Leaves it with the back. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
I think they called that knowing they weren't really going to home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Let's go.
You've got a 3rd and manageable backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Quarterback keeps it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Let's go.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Alabama! Once he found the line, it was Kenny Marshall, baby.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They top it off by going up top. 81 yards on the touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away. Fair catch, called for and made. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Back to pass. It's Orji. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up. On second down, they'll take to the air.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback. See the big fella. Wait for him to get open. Hit him. Get a nice positive game.
Let's go.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw on third and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Here comes the hurry up. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. And the Wolverines have it with a first and 10. Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation. Now on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Now facing a third and long. Back to throw, it's Orji. They're bringing heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. You already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, then you're going to have time to throw.
He splits three uprights and puts three on the board.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or two. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
All right,
A
let's
first
get it.
down for the
Right.
offense.
Set. Set. Ready.
They're going to run it to the right. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder... names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Hornets, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here. You know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Hurricanes will put total leather to crank us up. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch.
Here we go.
Offense getting set for first down. Looking to move it through the air. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Quickly to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Really good job when this play went off scripted. That's the job of the tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on his defense. You got
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups, guys that you know if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one on a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. We can mix some names, and Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks, and they get that. But guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has some really, really good hands as well.
How about that? A lot of coaches talk about being aggressive. They're going to take shots, but then they get conservative in the game. But first drive, coming out, showing this defense we are not afraid to throw the ball deep.
Getting set for the point after. Smashes it through for the 18. So that was a 6-play, 75 Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. From the gun, the running back has it. Got room at the 35. Off he goes. The 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Michigan. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
White 53.
To the air, it's Ward. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
That's why they got to keep running the football, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You got to get this tight end over the middle right vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the catch. It's Martinez. On the move at the 30. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a space. He wants it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Canes. The AT unit on the field. Right down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the 1st half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
First down to start the drive after the break. Going to try to get it himself. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that 1st down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate. And you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Still on his feet at the 45. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they knew how to close the deal, rolling double nickels and the 55-yard touchdown run. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just
Afterburners coming. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
All right,
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. On the move. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break.
Let's go. Break.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. My answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Wide out in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch.
Here we
So
go.
pretty easy
Do
for a
the
QB.
show. Break.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming on the outside.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense.
Black 14. Black 14. Set.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the
Let's go.
stop.
Break.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to get to it. Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Ready.
It's 4th down, and this offense is going to stay on the field and keep the kicker on the sidelines.
Blue 30.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Black 93 wins it.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. He'll pull it down. return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Caught behind the line. It's Arroyo. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
He's got an open man. Oh, look out, there he goes. And he just kept running. He ran over the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. Finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll try the right side. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
A little release to the back. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan...
And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Michigan. And that one will give them the lead. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made.
Let's go.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm.
Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Movement here from the tight end. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense. And they're churning out positive yardage early.
White 94 slide inside. White 53.
Goes to the option. catch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. There was a time when if you had a guy who runs like he does, that you move him to a different position. Not anymore, man. These quarterbacks can run and throw.
Yeah, back in my time, I was throwing to guys like that. I certainly wasn't moving like it, but boy, oh boy, you hold your breath every time he takes off because that guy might be the fastest player on the field.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the point after is good. They're lining up to boot it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. He'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period.
Easton. Ready, team.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. Pressure coming. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Coming after it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the 4th quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarter.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
Trailer.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's going to take off. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a